All right. Think I'm live. Just gonna double check here. All right. My lighting's a little funky today, so I apologize for that. All right. Give everyone a few moments to arrive. Dun 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 dun. It's my little theme music here. And just make sure I'm live over here. All right. Sweet. Okay, so most of you know me. My name is Neve. I am a spiritual mentor and coach, and I help women really wake up to their spiritual, divine, feminine energy, their essence, and the magic in the universe, which shifts your life in so many beautiful ways in relationship, in career, in health. It's amazing what can happen when we awaken to our spirits and start to honor the spirituality of everything around us, everything that is sacred going on in our surroundings and our environments. So yeah, it's really amazing work, and you can always ask in this group. Some of the women in this group have been through my courses and retreats and gone on some spiritual deep journeys with me. So feel free to reach out to Wendy or Deb or Elaine or anyone in this group that is posting a lot. They're on this path with me as well. So just a little bit about me as far as that goes. Let me see if I can find this other window. Perfect. All right. Looks like the live is working. Amazing. So yeah, we just came back from a retreat, a bunch of us, and it was friggin' magical. It was so amazing to be with women that are focused on growing and evolving and changing spiritually to honor their spirit and their purpose and what they're here to do and how they're here to serve. And as know, I'm sure if you're in this group, that we're happier when we're serving and loving others, when our purpose is beyond us just getting our things, as kind of the media portrays, right? Get your job, get your house, get your stuff, and then save up for retirement and then travel or whatever it is, right? And there's so much more. There's so much more to life. And the path when you surrender to this spiritual journey can take you to way more magical places than you ever imagined. So, yeah, it's just been amazing to watch and witness as the group grows and evolves. And I have my coaching programs, but I also have a community. So if you want to jump in, we're reading this book right now, Braiding Sweetgrass. So we read books together and discuss our healthy habits and our emotional things in a healthy way, so we digest our emotions, the things that are going on in our life that maybe we can't tell everyone. It's a safe, sacred place for that. So the community is awesome. Let me know if you want to talk about that or you have questions. Okay, so the name of this masterclass, Magnetizing Success to You While Circulating New Energy. So there's a couple things in there, but I wanted to talk about today is this success. Like, what does success look like to you? Is it success in your spiritual journey? Is it success in your career? Is it success in your relationships? We're all wired differently, right? For me, success spiritually is moving towards moksha, right? Moksha is liberation, liberation from the small self. So and I was debating, there's so many things I could talk about. And so I'll share a couple. One of the things I was thinking about is how when we really own our intuition, um, let me just check the chat. Oh, hello. Yeah, please leave a comment and let me know you're here. And any questions, if you have any questions. And I apologize again about my lighting. Could be over on the side. Um, but yeah, I love comments. So let me know you're here. That's great. So as we develop our intuition, as we start to listen to the little signs, we start to see the synchronicities. the spiritual energy starts to awaken in us and around us, right? Because whatever's going on internally is going on externally. We are creators, right? We can take that spiritual connection to know what our higher selves wants or what our higher self sees as success for us. So there's this surrender, I think, when it comes to success. And it doesn't always look like or manifest the way that we think it might be, right? Which is part of the journey for sure. But I think having that intuitive connection, your ability, growing your ability to hear your higher self, to hear your innate wisdom and to listen to it and honor it is a huge part in magnetizing success to you, especially real success, like energetic, life-giving, vibrant, radiant success, not just having a great job or just having mediocre relationships. Like I'm talking about amazing stuff. So one tip one would be like that intuitive thing. Everything in my course is points back to intuition and honoring it and recognizing it and nurturing it and growing it. I don't think there's a part of my coaching that doesn't involve that because it affects everything, like success. And I think another thing is having really detailed, specific intentions at every new moon. Right? So starting to live in rhythm with the cosmos, with nature, following the moon, and then every new moon, writing intentions, even if it's just like in your journal, just writing a few things. I always try to include a self-care thing, but as we start to figure out, well, what does success look like for me? What the heck do I want? I mean, that's an important question. That could be tip number one is like, what the heck do you want? Sometimes we get so disconnected from what our heart wants, what our soul wants. So I think that getting clear on that is important before you set those intentions. And if you're still in a place of like, I'm not really sure what this next phase is or where I'm going to go with this relationship or whatever, the intention can be clarity. The intention can be asking, what does success look like for me? For me to be happy, to be whole, to feel zen or sattvic, to feel in this harmony, in this beautiful middle space, like not getting too excited or dropping too low, staying in that harmonizing frequency. To me, that is success, being able to do that, which takes a lot of self-care. And it goes back to that rhythm of the moon, rhythm with the cosmos. There's so much peace, so much peace and so much easeful living the more we connect with nature. It's amazing. If you don't believe me, go hug a tree today. And like just hold it and breathe and you'll feel it. Okay, and then another tip I wanted to give was energetic boundaries in relationships. So we were talking about this during the retreat, and I think the question that was brought up, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone listening and that was on retreat, but I believe the question was like, how do I not feel the pain of the world all the time? Or how do I not let crowds or outside outside energies affect my frequency and my vibration? And I mean, it's a complicated question. There's a lot of things for that. I mean, I think one is starting to nurture your inner voice and letting it be louder than the voices outside of you, which is takes a lot of practice. I'm still practicing that. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in fear, like with the pandemic, or that's just an example, but that was a really easy one to like throw off, I think, a lot of people's frequencies. So that's part of it. And I think another is there's this cool trick I learned, which I wanted to share with you all on this video because I've been doing it every day because it helps me so much. So I think I should be able to do it. And if you're watching, I invite you to do it with me because you can feel it. Well, I think you'll feel it. I can feel it when I do this little energy sweep. So what you do is you take your hands and you swipe from the back of your head down, and you do top of the arm, bottom of the arm, inside, outside. And we learned this from Lainey on retreat: inside, outside, and then the legs, top, bottom, inside, outside, and kind of at the end, right? Top, bottom, inside, outside. Ah, so amazing. I energetically feel already more clear. I put my own hands on my body. I wiped away whatever I was carrying with me from this morning. And hi, Lane. Yay. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, so I've been using that every day since the retreat, just to keep my energy separate from other people's energy. Another thing that's great for energetic boundaries is to simply give yourself permission to walk away. Even if it's just going to the bathroom and taking a few deep breaths just to get away from people. Luckily, we have butts and vaginas, and luckily we have to use the bathroom. It's a great excuse anyway. So the bathroom is a great place to just step away from social situations and give yourself a minute to center. It doesn't even take a minute. It's like 30 seconds. Close your eyes, breathe, find your center. Amazing for energetic boundaries. So let me see. I think that's pretty much the things that I wanted to write or share. There's something else about goals. Oh yeah, just being very clear what your goals are to get to your success. If you're there, if you're still figuring it out, then it's intuition, self-care is going to help you get there. But if you kind of know, like, okay, success would look like this, then working back from that with some major goals to get you there. So the problem when we're not specific with what success looks like, what we actually want, then it starts to contort or disturb the energy. So there's a disturbance in the frequency because we're like, oh, do I want my husband to be like this? Or do I want him to be like that? And then we're sending mixed messages, or whoever it is, right? Do I want my mom to speak this way, or do I want her to, like, right? And then it's just like when we doubt ourselves, and when we have like a little bit of like wavering, then the success, it's harder to bring it to you. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to share is holding, like, if this is like the core point, holding your own frequency, your intentions, your desires, being unattached to them, but holding what it is that you want and allowing things to move to you instead of you chasing them. That is success in my book. I mean, there's so many things we talked about that are success, but that is one of the things that has changed my whole energetic game. Instead of going out and searching and grasping and finding and like, okay, what's my next goal? Okay, now I have to do this. Okay, now I need a website up, or whatever the thing is, right? It's like, whoa, no, hold on. If I hold what I want and I feel that it's already here and I see it, I can feel into it, I write it down, it will magnetize to me. It's way more easeful. This energy stuff seems really complicated and difficult at first. And then once you get into it, it makes life way simpler, way more easeful. It's easier to be Zen or Sattvic or harmonize the inner and outer worlds when we move into this solid frequency, right? There's this column of light you can envision from the universe, from the cosmos to your heart, from your heart to the womb of the earth, this Shuma channel, or like the central channel of love and anchoring, and you can expand and ground in that space. And so being able to hold that starts to magnetize things to you, maybe even faster than they would have come to you when you are really loving and caring for yourself and holding that frequency and holding that intention, whatever it is that is going to bring you success. So like I was saying, if we're not in that centered space, it takes longer for things to womifest or manifest. It takes a little longer to draw the things to you. But even if you just think about that shift today, I would love to leave you with just that one shift: is instead of going out and searching and seeking and grasping and like to change it from the inside first and then allow it to pour out from your intuition, from your wisdom, from your heart, and then things magnetize towards you. It sounds really woo woo, but this stuff actually works, and it is hard work. It's a lot of surrendering, and it's a path of being less comfortable, but then there's more rewards. So I think that the challenging part with the divine feminine rising is that with the patriarchy, we've had so many things to take away our voice, to that skew the energy, like our societies around manipulation and success as outward appearance success. There's a lot of successful people that are very unhappy. Like our society thinks, oh, success is right what you have, what you can attain, what you can achieve, which is very patriarchal. And as the divine feminine rises, and it's more about intuition and creation and collaboration, I believe we'll start to see a shift from success being things you get and earn and achieve to success being your frequency, your ability to love, to be love, and to see the divine in those around you. Beautiful. So, anyway, if you would like to go on this journey with me, I do have spots open in my coaching program and I have a scholarship going on. So, just let me know. You can send me a direct message, or maybe I can put the link to my calendar in the chat. I would love to connect with you if this is resonating and you're feeling a little bit of that pull. Now is the time. This is a crazy, precious moment in time with what's going on the planet right now. And there's so much that we need to do together in a divine feminine way, in a collaboration, in an intuitive surrendering way. And it's amazing. I I did this retreat with a woman that I hadn't met in person yet, and we collaborated as the leaders or the hosts, or the facilitators of the retreat, and it was so immersed in divine feminine energy. We didn't argue, we didn't fight, we didn't necessarily always agree, but it was so beautiful and easeful, like, oh, let's do this. Oh, I'm feeling called that we should have the group do this today, or let's switch these things, or right, we had these daily meetings, and it was so collaborative and creative and intuitive and nurturing. And I was like, wow, if we could lead our world with these things the way that we're leading the retreat, it would be a different place. So it was really amazing to co-lead that retreat with Elaine Dahl, which I call Lainey. She's the one that taught the energy sweep that I'm doing every day now, which I highly recommend you do, especially going in and out of stores. Really great, or like really crowded places. Yeah, let me know if you'd like to talk about the Awakened Goddess, which is my main coaching program right now, all about self-love and relationships and sexual bliss and cultivating that sensuality. Sensuality is such a gateway to the creative, intuitive, spiritual energy. And I think that's why it's been distorted and made so shallow, like in media and just in the world with like Tinder, like, oh yeah, let's just meet up and sleep together. It's like, whoa, this is tons of magical, powerful, sacred energy in your body. So anyway, the course is about all that stuff. So let me know if you want to join. And I think that that's pretty much it. It was such an honor to talk to you all and just share a little bit about energy and success and being that core and letting things magnetize to you. It's a beautiful shift. So I hope that it served you. All right. I love you, and I'll see you next week in the next masterclass. Hi. Thanks, Elaine, for being here. I appreciate it.